This item means more to me than anything else Goosebumps in this entire museum. I get people asking me all the time, why this? Of all the things that you own in Goosebumps. Like, I have some of the rarest items that you could ever find when it comes to Goosebumps. Like, I have items that people have offered me thousands for. Thousands. You know what I mean? It's like, I've been collecting Goosebumps since as far back as I can fucking remember. Like, when I think about my childhood, as far back as I go, literally as far back, it's Goosebumps. Fucking nothing else. So, I have a very strong connection to the franchise, as you guys obviously know, and yeah, it means the world to me. Like, it's my entire existence. The reason why I was put on this earth was because of Goosebumps. Let's put it this way: without it, I'd be lost. You know what I mean? You know, it's like, if you were to take it away from me, you would kill me. Like, that would literally kill me, to take this away. Do you know what I mean? It's like people that, you know, have worked a certain job for like 30, 40 years, and they become like institutionalized. And if you were to take that job away from that person, they would drop dead. Take Goosebumps away from me, bro, I'd be fucking 6 feet under. You know what I mean? When I think about Goosebumps and nostalgia, this item is like the number one thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I was a kid and I started collecting Goosebumps, obviously Night of the Living Dummy was the first book that I saw as a kid, and I immediately was in love with it. You know what I mean? It's like Slappy and I was like love at first sight, I guess. So collecting Goosebumps, I wanted everything that had this particular book cover on, right? Night of the Living Dummy. Any piece of merch that featured this on the cover, I wanted it. And I remember going to a vacation care, which is a place that your parents would drop you off, you know, after school or in the holidays. Essentially, if you know, they worked or something and they didn't have time to really look after you as much and they needed help in the hands of another carer, sort of thing, that's what this place was. And I used to love going there because they had like PlayStations, you know, there was a lot of friends that I made there. When I think back on those days, I think, man, I took it for granted, you know, like I really fucking did. And it's just sad because a lot of the people that I met through that, I don't talk to them anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't spoken to them since then. So it's kind of like, oh my god, you know? And I don't know. It's just crazy, you know, you think about your childhood and, you know, all the things that you did in your childhood, and that was something that I have very fond memories of, going there and seeing friends and, you know, gaming all day. And, you know, we used to play games outside too, you know, like tag, literally, was the game we used to play. There was like a playground there, and we used to like see who could like get from one end of the flying fox to the other, and we used to like time it. I don't know, just weird things you did as a kid. We used to play like army soldiers, shit like that. But yeah, I remember seeing this folder at this place, and it was actually used though, so it would have the names of all the kids inside, and your mum would like sign you in, sign you out at the end of the day, and it was this folder. And I remember asking if I could have it, and they said no. And they're like, why would you want it anyway? It's completely destroyed, like it's been used. And what's crazy is like, I don't even care about that. Like if I came across it and it was completely destroyed and had all the names written in it, I wouldn't care. I'd still want it. You know what I mean? Because it's the nostalgia. And I remember I used to go to another place when I was a kid, like a shop, and this lady used to always save Goosebumps stuff for me. Like anytime she found Goosebumps stuff or things would come in, she put it aside. So, you know, she was collecting it for me. People do that for me now. And I remember I could see through the back of the store, and through the back of the store, I could see this folder just chilling on a bench. And I'm thinking, oh, I wonder why she never like offered to sell this to me. And I remember asking about it, and this was me when I was like 6, guys. Like this was like 2000, 2001, something like that. And I remember asking, she said, oh no, sorry, it's the one thing that I keep, you know, I do all my stock takes. So she was actually using it as like a, you know, if she would sell an item in the store, she would write it down and she would tally it up at the end of the day. So she was using it to actually do like stock take. And again, I couldn't have it. And it's funny because at this point I had like the Ghost Beach one, I had the Shrunken Head one, and I even found a Cuckoo Clock one. Just couldn't get this one. Anytime I found it, they didn't want to part with it. No one wanted to part with it. I don't know. And it took years for me to finally get one. And when I finally did, it was like the most amazing feeling. And I think because I went through so much trying to find it, trying to get it for myself, it just became this thing that I can't explain, guys. It's just, you know, like I said earlier, you know, if you had that favorite toy as a kid and you find it hard to let go of it, you know, something from your childhood, that's this for me. You know what I mean? It's odd that it's just like a folder, but it's I have the Living Dummy, my absolute favorite. So yeah, I guess that's why I'm so obsessed with it. And my mission is actually to find 10. I now have 7 of them. Keeping in mind, that's over 23 years I have found 7. That's not many in 23 years. That's not much. I still need 3 more. It could be 5, 10 years before I get the next 3. But yeah, that's my mission, to get 10 of these folders, binders. If anyone has one, let me know. It's obviously going to go to a good home. I'm going to actually be like getting a glass cabinet and putting them all in, like making this really cool, like, I don't know, shrine, I guess, to the dummy binder. But yeah, this item became my ultimate favorite Goosebumps thing in the collection. And yeah, it was a mission to try and actually get it. And it's made in Australia as well. Like, it's an Australian made Goosebumps item, and only kids that literally grew up in Australia had this. So yeah, and I wonder why it took so long for me to finally get my hands on this. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it, guys. That's why I'm so obsessed with this thing. And this means more to me than anything else Goosebumps in this room. Like, I could just have a room of dummy binders and the books and the Series 2000 stuff and probably everything Slappy and Jelly Jam. Oh my god, yeah, no, I can't get rid of anything, guys. You know me, I seriously can't. But this item is the most nostalgic Goosebumps item in my collection. Something I saw as a kid, apparently wasn't allowed to own until many years later. And when I finally got my hands on one, I wanted another one and another one. And it's taken 23 years to find 7 of them. That's nothing. You know what I mean? I've just been very lucky and fortunate that, like, I've met people that either had one, or they know of someone that might have one, or they found one in their travels. So I've just been very lucky. Let's just put it this way, I've only ever found one on eBay. One. And it was recently too. It was like 3 weeks ago. And it took that long for me to actually see one pop up on eBay. All the others were like either found or like someone else found for me. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy. I don't know. But anyway, guys, that's the story of the dummy binder. So yeah, let me know down below which Goosebumps item means the most to you. because I am honestly interested to know like what you had as a kid that is super nostalgic to you now, and no matter what, you would never let go of it. Like, you'll literally be buried with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have already said, when I die one day, one of these is being buried with me. As odd as that is. But yes. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.